Hello friends, JB here on JB's Man Cave. We're in South Trinidad, an island in the Caribbean, and we're going to look at some regrading or leveling in a place. This is private land in South, that's Trinidad, that it wants to build up the earth in order to build. There's a pond there that you'll look at later on. It's really nice. It's, in my estimation, a shame that it's going to be removed, but I understand the need for progress. So we're following this dump truck and it's going to drop soil. It has been dropping it all morning, and you should know that the owners of the area, the truck, the excavator, everybody is very much aware that I'm recording and gave me permission to do so. In fact, the ones that were doing the excavation and the owner of the dump truck was very happy that I would show them doing their work. I have many fans on JB's Man Cave that love machinery, and so this would also be very entertaining for them. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so. It's free. Like, comment on the video and so forth. So this guy here, he's pulling up a tarpaulin. I like what he has built there, kind of like a rotary system. And he's getting ready to dump this soil here, this earth. In the process of leveling or regrading, sometimes it's not just a matter of moving earth, but you need more earth, especially in the case where there's a bit of swampland. And that's how a dump truck works. Funny enough, as kids, we, especially boys, love to play with dump trucks, tractors, excavators, and so forth. Notice how he goes and he cleans off the dirt from his truck so it doesn't go everywhere. So this is the pond that eventually they will fill in. Doesn't it look good? I like the lilies in the water. I was speaking with the owners and they said sometimes they get caiman, which is like a small crocodile, and by filling it in, that will probably take away a lot of that, but it will also enable them to build in this area. So now we have an excavator or backhoe. What that does is take the earth that was placed there by the dump truck, and the excavator uses that to level the land and fill the land in the case where there's holes or places that aren't level. You can see we are already on sort of a level piece of land, and you will notice there are a lot of coconut trees in this area and stuff. This part of Trinidad is considered like countryside. There isn't as much development, and that's what is a good thing in my eyes, because it means there's a lot of green. One thing with Trinidad and Tobago, very blessed in that you could just plant anything almost anywhere and it will grow. Now you'll see how it uses the front mechanism to pull the earth forward like a big shovel and spread it. Later on in this video, you will actually see him, in addition to leveling the earth, move plants from one place to the other. That's also part of regrading, changing the landscape and so forth. Now in South Trinidad, it tends to be flat, so that's why you're not seeing any mountains. You'd see more of the mountains in the north of the island. Southern people, as I've said in my other videos, always the friendliest. Some of the nicest people you could meet in the country usually are from some southern place. Not like the northern people in Trinidad tend to be more grumpy or matter of fact. Sometimes excavating and regrading and leveling could take quite a bit of work. So in this section here, they're using the cat to dig a hole, and they will put a plant in there that they dug up from another location. Now usually when somebody is driving an excavator, they can't necessarily always do things for themselves because it's hard to see. So usually there's somebody on the outside to direct them. And there are the friendly dogs also watching over stuff. So what this excavator is going to do is take up one of the coconut trees, because they're going to be filling that area. So rather than just chop down the coconut tree, they're going to dig it out, uproot it, and plant it where you saw that hole. It's a good way to conserve too. And you know, even when you're doing this, you have to be careful because you don't want to dig it, you don't want to hurt the roots. You want to preserve the roots as much as you can. There's a fence blocking where the tree is, coconut tree. So he's trying to get rid of that fence. Controlling an arm like this is almost like an art. How about you? If you had a home like this, would you be interested in keeping the pond, or would you want it filled? Mind you, ponds also attract things like mosquitoes and stuff, huh? You can always tell me in the comments area. Still trying to get rid of that fence. And the other guy is trying to assist so that he doesn't damage the tree in the process. Having a backhoe or excavator really amplifies the amount of work that you can do. Because if you know, if it was just guys having to do this by hand, it would take forever. But with an excavator, it just takes a few minutes. Okay, I thought it was the coconut tree, but they're taking another tree. I'm not sure what tree that is, but you can see how he dug it out of the earth. I think they may probably also do the same with the other trees. I don't know. Now the driver of the cat switches. He turns his seat and then he drives forward. This terrain that you see now is not the earth where it's been leveled, but if you look at the green, that's typical countryside green that you would normally see. You know, coconut trees, a little sparse here and there, some swamp. The southern areas of Trinidad is a lot like that, especially in the countryside areas. So the hole is dug, and now he's going to plant the tree there. Bet you never saw an excavator planting a tree before. Notice how he's careful not to damage the tree. The tree's a bit slanted, but look at how he fixes it. Slowly and carefully. Similar to what you might do with a pot, or if you was working in your own garden. So if you're going to have an area excavated and it has trees on it that you think you might like to keep, this is an option that you can do. Replant it. You don't necessarily have to destroy it. So with that tree planted in its new place, the excavator will continue to level the rest of the area. Do you have any experience driving a cat like this? If you do, tell me in the comments area. Or maybe you would like to get the experience. These dogs are having fun. In countryside areas too, you tend to have the opportunity to do more with your land. Unlike more populated areas in Trinidad, it's, you know, you really couldn't bring in an excavator to do much because your land would be surrounded by other people with concrete. Land is at such a premium in Trinidad. Look at how it's become so level. You see that? This is after a few, maybe an hour or two of work. Nice and level. It's set. This would have to settle a bit, by the way. It's not like they can put this soil here, level it, and then you just start building on it. It has to settle for some time. Don't ask me how long, but it does need to settle. Because if you go on a rush to build on this right away, the earth will move. So it is a lengthy process. Now, usually services like this, you can hire a backhoe and a driver for the day or by job. They could give you a price. Or if you have your own ability to drive it, you can just rent the backhoe for yourself and do this. Now, probably you could get away with doing that if you're like on private land like this. But if you have to go on the road, you will need a special license to drive a vehicle like this. And so again, sometimes we don't think about the value of machinery, but just imagine if you know how many men it would take to do something like this. Oh, it got stuck there. See that? See how he got himself out? And that's also a good show of how the earth is sinking, and that's why it needs to settle. where the tire went in the hole. He's trying to fill it in. Not sure where that cement came from, if it was a bag of cement or what. If you have a good look around, you could see the many trees that are around here. You have some fig trees, coconut. You have some pomerac, mango. That's one of the real nice things about Trinidad. You can have real fruits. See, that's a mango tree. Some green mangoes on it. Now, doing something like this could be really expensive, huh? You have to think of how many truckloads of soil and then getting the excavator to level it. This is a pomerac tree. It's very dry. I'm not sure if it's dying or why it's like that. But that's what they look like. The tree might be sickly. You can see he's trying to pick up that palm. Sometimes you just need two hands to do it. Sometimes scenes like this, not necessarily the excavator, the leveling, but the green, I could just be out there for hours checking that out. So he's almost finished with his job. Just leveling out this bit here. And then he goes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Those of you who like machinery would especially like today's video. Thanks so much for watching.